Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel. We are back reacting to another episode of Hawkeye. This is episode 4. It is called Partners. Am I right? Before we jump into this, please consider leaving a like on the video. It means a lot to me, helps my channel out a lot. If you're new here, consider subscribing, stick around, and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut reaction to this episode, consider supporting me on Patreon. I post all my full uncut reactions over there. On Patreon, you can also become a super supporter and get featured in every single one of my videos. But what happened last time on Hawkeye? So last time we got to learn a little bit of the backstory of Maya, Echo, and just kind of like why she's doing what she's doing. We learned that Ronin killed her dad. We don't necessarily know if that was Clint Barton in the Ronin suit, because I think they deliberately kind of hid his face. So it could be anybody. I think it might have been Clint, but, you know, could have been a hired goon by Kingpin. Who knows? We also got our first tease of Kingpin with his cufflinks and his little Vincent D'Onofrio laugh, like we know that's him. And then we had the whole big fight and escape in the car, and it was like the cool one shot. We had freaking Pimtech arrow, just giant arrow come down. That was insane. And then we left off with them in the penthouse, and Clint has a sword to his throat via Jack. So I'm excited to see what happens next. So without further ado, let's jump into it. All right, Jack.
Jack, no! What the hell is going on?
They're all home.
And why is there an Avenger in my dining room?
Hi.
She recognizes him at least.
You're Archer.
Hawkeye.
Clint.
You're Archer.
Yeah, sure.
It's a branding issue.
Friends slash partners.
I wouldn't really describe
Yeah,
us
I
as
don't know if
friends.
they're friends. They'll be family by the end of the series, though.
Use my laptop. See, CB1 has trouble.
CB1.
Nobody calls me CB1.
I'm just hanging out for a second. Probably somewhere.
So Kate is helping you with an Avengers level threat?
I mean,
But you are
tiny bit of an exaggeration. Yes.
Yes. Sounds weird, because it is.
okay. She is not a superhero.
Oh, yeah, come on, I know that. She's pretty good at all this, but...
Natasha Romanoff was pretty damn good at it, wasn't she? Being good isn't always enough to keep you alive.
I mean, it's not necessarily the nicest thing to throw in his face right there.
Yeah.
Do you kiss?
Fairly villainous.
So you'll forget this case?
I can't do
Ooh.
that. But what I can do is ensure that your daughter stays safe. Okay?
I feel like that was a very specific choice of words. She wasn't asking, will you leave Kate out of this? She said, will you forget this case? Which leads me to believe she's more concerned about that than her daughter.
It's Eleanor. Could you call me back, please? It's urgent.
Who you calling? Kingpin?
Hey.
Oh,
He said that
okay.
his boss, Jack Duquesne, never gives him a day off.
Jack's CEO. You laundering money for the big guy?
Interesting.
I need another day.
I've been wondering.
Bring her home for Christmas.
Mehr auf dem Gelände?
You mean the Rolex?
Genau.
It's
Why? Was that destroyed 10 years ago?
The
I
Rolex.
thought so.
What is
I
it?
thought the same thing about your fancy outfit.
So she knows what the Rolex is?
Jack Frost.
I would be so uncomfortable if I was her. I mean, she's probably likes seeing her mom happy a little bit, but This would also still be kind of weird.
Oh, you're making my heart grow older.
It's a front. The happiness is pretend. Oh, Clint's alone. Just taping like margarita mix to his body.
It's me. I come bearing pizza and holiday cheer. Let me in.
She doesn't want him to be alone for the holidays. I said Cheez-Its.
It's a movie marathon night, right? Check this out.
Yeah, but he wants to do this with his actual kids. I mean, you can be like a pseudo kid in a sense, but
Sloan's a show company. It launders money for the tracksuits. And Jack DeCane is the CEO.
You sure?
mm-hmm. I still think the mom is
That's
the
mushy stuff.
In the kitchen.
one who is in charge.
This is the part where you finish my sentence with a plan.
Planning's not really my thing. Is he sure that's dry erase?
It's not. It's just glass and Sharpie.
Have you ever heard of boomerang arrows?
What?
What? No.
Why would I ever want to use a boomerang arrow?
And come back at him.
Exactly.
You don't want to get hit with those.
Well, trick arrows were boomerangs, and we'd have them all.
Coming back at us.
You'd have to dodge.
No,
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like a smart idea.
So anyway, the second one splits it right up the middle.
If it comes back to you, that means it didn't hit the intended target.
You got any other cool tricks?
Well, I could knock somebody unconscious with that, like 20 feet away.
No, you can't.
He can.
Prove it.
Oh, knock her unconscious.
No. I want you to hit something. Fine, live forever without me believing you. I'll just tell every stranger that I see Hawkeye is full of bolts. Whoa.
Yeah, he's good. He,
You gotta show me how you just did that.
that took so much training. And he's a prodigy. What if she actually hits it? No way. Hey! She's a prodigy too.
About the time I met someone,
Natasha, maybe?
I was sent to take her out.
Natasha Romanoff.
You mean Natasha?
And then you assassinated a child almost. You guys almost killed a little girl.
When you do what I do for a living, it's just a game of managing loss, right?
I feel like he's doing a good enough job at like making it clear to her that this isn't like fun and games. As much fun as they're having at the moment, like this is some
You lost your family.
like real deal stuff.
Yeah. I got the world.
It's you, isn't it?
Indeed.
You were a hero.
I was a weapon. It was aimed by the right people, the right targets, so...
You can make mistakes, but
Well, at least she knows now. Okay, so someone's gonna sneak up on him because he just took his hearing aid out, and it's in the dark.
Knowing all these people is gonna bring you down the bottom.
He probably just like is constantly replaying these things. Superpower Doom?
Hawkeye, sent me here on official Avengers business. I'm his partner/best friend, Kate.
He said you guys can help us out.
Hawkeye's trick arrows are in an NYPD facility near the Manhattan Bridge.
I can probably help you out. If you make it worth my while.
They're just like, okay. Yeah, grills all day.
Yeah, sure.
All in, baby. Let's go. LARPers for the win. We knew they'd come in handy. Is that a Ford Bronco? Older one? Hello. So,
You know what Maya's boss wants.
yeah. What does Kingpin want?
So what do you know? I know he doesn't like his attention, that's for sure. I know. Maya's obsession. I don't want anybody else to die. Maya's need for vengeance is gonna get her killed. This is the final warning.
They've been together since like childhood, so
Hey, can I have my gun back?
no. Why would he give it back to you? Just chucks it. Can I have my gun back? Just yeets it.
Still warm. Okay. Hey, come on in.
It's a party.
How'd your day go?
She made tons of new friends. What is the Rolex? What is it? Is that
We gotta go. We're in this together, right?
like, is that a one of their time watches? Is that
Mission complete.
Oh, yes.
what
thank you
it
so
like?
much.
What
Appreciate
is
it.
the
This is my
Rolex?
bag.
Can he have it?
You didn't bring your own bag?
My wife gave me this bag. It's embroidered. It says bombshell.
I can see that it's very important to you,
He'll get it back to you. Yeah, I'll make sure of it.
right?
I promise.
Very good. Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Yo, you better get it back to her. Her wife gave her that. Also,
You wanna tell me
gay
what?
character.
Something very important.
Why did the tracksuits want this watch?
Something a lot easier.
It should take me about 3.5 minutes to get in. So, if you see anything out here, just give me a signal, okay?
She's already gone. Nice.
Not fair. That your inability to act like a grown-up helps you get your way.
No, it's not. But it is what it is.
Hey, at least she's self-aware about it.
Oh, relax. I'm taking the elevator.
I'm sorry, what was that?
She's just talking to herself.
I'm sorry.
I was talking to an Avenger.
He's in my ear.
Maybe you should stop talking.
Yeah, I'm his partner.
I'll just take this back.
Oh, I can help you to the door, no problem.
He thinks you're crazy.
I got her some.
What do you do with this giant bow problem?
I have a collapsible one.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, she's just got to carry hers around. Why do they want this watch? There's a red flashing light. That's not good.
What was that?
I don't know. They're like strobe lights attached to the wall.
Strobe light? What do you mean strobe light?
I don't know.
Is it an alarm?
Belongs to someone I used to work with.
Tony?
The whole story, Clint.
Right there.
Call the watch.
Clint, somebody is taking notes on your family.
What?
Clint Barton writes Laura.
It's a silent alarm for people that can't hear.
Is this Maya's
This is my
house?
apartment.
Ooh.
Clint, what's going on?
Oh, he's getting beat up right now.
Clint?
Oh. She,
Maya's here.
Yeah, I can see that.
Then why didn't you tell me?
I did. Maya's on the roof with me.
No, Maya is definitely here.
oh. Oh. Oh, is he fighting Yelena? Florence Pugh, take that freaking mask off right now. Oh, snap.
Incoming.
You should notice some widow moves when you see him, buddy. Maya's gonna cut that rope though. Oh, never mind. Yeah, needed to be just a little bit higher.
Great. Come on! Come on!
Oh, it worked. Oh, get smoked, Kate. Okay, don't shoot. Yelena. You need to ease up there. How does Clint not recognize this? Oh, yeah. You know immediately that's her. Yelena doing work. Oh, don't throw her off the building. She didn't kill her.
Pull me up!
Get out of here.
Okay. What if those weren't strong enough to catch her? She's like, I'm just walking right back up these stairs. Good work. It's like a flashbang. Yeah, Yelena, you're gonna have to take that mask off. How'd she kick her so far? Yeah, you should leave. Oh, it is Yelena. She's angry.
Who the hell was that?
Yelena Belova.
I cannot be your partner if you don't tell me what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know if he necessarily,
Not my boy.
yeah, wants you to be the partner.
You never were. Someone is hired. The Black Widow assassin. This has gotten very real. Very quickly.
He does not want you to die.
I'm doing this alone.
Look, I know that tonight didn't go as planned, but I chose to be here. I understand the risk. I understand all of that.
I'm not gonna do it. You hear me? Go home, Kate. It's over.
Oh, god dang it. End of the episode. Yo, he thinks someone hired a Black Widow assassin, but he doesn't know it's purely personal. Like Yelena's coming after him just because it's him, you know? We didn't... Okay, the only thing that annoyed me about this episode is we barely got any information about the Watch, right? Like, they made it a big deal, but we didn't necessarily know... I mean, we assume it's like Tony's, right? Like, it does something. It's got a tracker in it. So it's probably Stark tech, you know, like Iron Man, like kind of in... maybe it's like the Watch in Civil War where he like had it and he like could pull it over and then it became like a repulsor. That could be interesting. But we didn't get any like concrete information, just that it was something, like it was something obvious. Like maybe this is the one thing that they knew was missing and they couldn't find for a while, because his wife knew exactly what it was. She was like, oh, the watch, the Rolex, did you find it? And he's like, you know, so I hope next time we get more info about that. So there's only 2 episodes left. So yeah, and next one comes out the day before Spider-Man No Way Home. So might have a Kingpin Daredevil tie-in in that way. But we start out with just a fun little get-together with the family where they're trying to play things off like, hey, we're on a mission. Just, it's chill, don't worry. Hawkeye gets the sword back, that's good. And then he has a chat with Kate's mom, where her mom is like, yo, I know who you are and what you do, and I know that people around you die. And she seems to be like kind of playing it off, like giving out the vibe of being like, I don't want you to get my daughter killed. But then she says, so you're gonna forget this case. And I don't know why, I don't know if that was the intention, but it gave off the vibe of like her being like, okay, I want you to stay away from the case. And it made it seem like that was the more important thing to her and not necessarily Kate's safety. Like she used Kate's safety as like a pretext to convince him to leave the actual like tracksuit stuff alone. And then she has a call later where she's like, yo, this is Eleanor. I assume she called someone in the tracksuits, maybe Kazi or Maya, or well, Maya wouldn't be able to hear, but maybe she called Kingpin and is like, you know, Clint Barton is sniffing into the affairs, like this is for real styles. Then there's a nice little kind of cute, kind of weird moment with Kate and her mom and Jack, where like they're being cute together, and Kate like finds it cute because she wants her mom to be happy. Like she doesn't think her mom is the villainous one, and so she's kind of caught between two thought processes of like seeing Jack as like this villainous dude, but also seeing him as like someone who's making her mom happy. And then she realizes, you know, like Clint, he has a family and a wife and kids, and he is stuck here away from them. And then they just have like a whole cute, fun little night together where they're becoming friends and decorating for the holidays and wearing ugly Christmas sweaters. And, you know, he's teaching her how to hit things with coins from 20 feet away. And it's just really, really sweet and wholesome. And then it gets a little darker, you know, trying to tell stories. He tells her about how, you know, the best shot he ever took was the one he didn't take, where he gained a best friend in Natasha. You know, he recruited her, and then they almost killed a child together. And she figures out, right, that he is Ronin, and she's surprisingly like chill about it. I thought she would be maybe a little bit more scared or disappointed in him being, you know, like her hero, like the savior of New York, the savior of half of the universe. Well, one of the saviors, not just the one. Realizing that he is like was a murderer. I mean, granted, he's trying to atone for those things, but like I thought she might be a little bit more concerned, but she was almost like the voice of reason, being like, hey, that's behind you. And he was like, no, it's not behind me. It's tied to my family, because the whole reason he became Ronin in the first place is because his family was gone. So like the very existence of Ronin for him is intrinsically tied to his wife and kids. And so now that they're back, he thought it was all good, but now that Ronin is still out there, it provides some active connection and active risk to his family, especially now that Maya is looking into his family. Like, you know, she is getting vindictive, and her desperation to kill Clint Barton / Ronin / whoever is gonna lead her towards his family, which is not good. And he has a chat with Kazi about it, and he's like, yo, this is gonna get her killed, because like I think he knows that that if Maya is coming after him, right, like if her goal is to kill Ronin, and it comes down to it, he's not gonna let her kill him. Like he's gonna do what needs to be done to survive, and he's gonna kill her. Or he's aware that the boss, like he said, he's like, you know, your boss is not a fan of this attention. He would prefer if you guys worked on the down low. which is like a common thing about Kingpin, because in a lot of Kingpin stories, he likes to work in the background. Like, he's the orchestrator of all this stuff, but he very much does not enjoy being brought out into the limelight. That was a huge thing for season 1 of Daredevil. I don't know if they'll keep that canon. They probably aren't going to keep that canon. But that was a whole, for the first like half of Daredevil season 1, like Kingpin, like you didn't say his name. Like if you brought him up, you died. So like, I assume he's the one in charge. And if Clint doesn't kill her for like in self-defense, I assume Kingpin would kill her for kind of bringing all this attention onto the gang and him in a sense. Kate visits the LARPers to get Clint's trick arrows back. You know, they all have trackers and they ended up in the same spot because, you know, there's the whole big bridge conflict, which I assume the police came in, collected evidence, you know, brought all that stuff together. And so in order to do some more trick arrow stuff, they had to get the shafts back. And she just becomes friends with these LARPers. She's like, yeah, guys, like, you know, he very much is like business, like stay underground, don't let anyone know about you. She's like, let's make friends. Like, let's get in here and be social, like she does with the old man later. She's convincing these people, you know, I can pay for some cool material for you guys to make costumes for yourself, and then you can make costumes for us as well. I wonder how that'll work out with the end of the series, if Clint is like still gonna be a prominent presence slash alive slash who knows what's gonna go down. But I'm excited to see her new costume at least. I mean, she kind of already has a costume right now. I mean, it's not like a costume, but it fits the vibe, right? Her purple little tracksuit thing. But they try and find this watch, and they find the watch, and she's like, yo, they're looking at your family. And then this big fight happens where she's fighting Maya and he's fighting Yelena Belova. Good old Florence Pugh. Just love that girl. Fantastic in everything she does. She's great in Black Widow. She's great in Midsommar. She's great in other stuff. I think she's dating Zach Braff, which is kind of interesting because he's like 20 years older than her. But it's whatever. She's fantastic. She's great in Little Women. And it was just this whole cool fight scene where she's got her like night vision goggles on, and she yeets Kate off a building. You know, I think maybe I couldn't tell if in the moment she attached that thing to her so that she wouldn't just like outright die, because I don't think she's like a straight, like she's not a bad guy, right? Like she thinks she's a good person and doing good things. Like she's out of the just murdering people game. Like she's only here to kill Clint. So she's like, all right, I'll just chuck you off a building real quick, like suplex you off this building. But kept the rope on her, which that would still hurt. That would kill your back with the tension, you know, Gwen Stacy, snap your spine. And Kate is like, yo, pull me up, bruh. I want to get back in this fight. And Clint's like, no. Like, he recognizes what's happening, and he's like, go home. He's kind of lucky that those lights were as structurally sound as they were, because if those weren't strong lights, she just crashes to the bottom and dies anyway. And Kate's like, no, screw this. Runs back up, hits them all with like a flashbang, shoots Maya, and Maya's like, all right, dude, I'm out of here. Like, she's pissed off. She's gonna come back with a vengeance again. And freaking Yelena takes her mask off and is just staring him down. Like, she has fury in her eyes. Like, she's been led astray and led to believe that Clint killed her sister when he didn't. He actively tried to kill himself. And Natasha was like, nah, fam. Like, I'm dying. And so she just needs to be like re-educated to what actually went down. I don't know how they might go about that, because I don't know if Clint is like, yo, this is what happened, unless he has like video footage somehow of like hit from his suit, like a body cam. Like, she might not trust what he's saying. And and she just like, Kate is staring her down. Like Kate doesn't, she did kill those guys in the van earlier, but I don't know if she was like ready to outright kill someone point blank with an arrow. You know, that's not necessarily who she is. Yelena just like don't even try it. Like, you try and kill me, I'll put you down. And then she yeets off the building as well. And understandably, Clint is like, bro, go home. Like, I already had a talk with your mom about what's going down here, and she's concerned about you. And he's like, I was already concerned about you being involved with this, but now a goddamn Black Widow assassin is here. Like, a legitimate murderer. Like, who throughout history would have had no qualms about just capping you. Like, I'm not gonna get you killed. Like, he's already gotten other people killed. He's got people on his conscience. And he's developed a connection with you. He's not gonna just be okay with you dying. So he's like, go home. And it's like, bro. But she at the same time is like, yo, I'm not a kid. Like, I know the risks. He's been doing a decent job throughout the series of like making it clear to her that this is serious business and people die, and she could die and her loved ones can die. And she is very much like, I still choose to be a part of this. Like, this is who I'm meant to be. And it's tough. I guess we'll see where next episode goes. I wonder, I assume we're going to see more of Yelena, right? Because like that was, like that storyline has to wrap up in a sense in this series. I don't think they would carry that over to another series or movie or something like that. So I assume we're going to get the conclusion to the Yelena storyline in the final 2 episodes. Hopefully some more about Kingpin, maybe hints and teases maybe of Daredevil. Yeah, I don't know. We also need to figure out which one of Kate's parents, Jack or Eleanor, which one of them is the evil one. My money right now is on both of them. Like, I think Jack is like maybe an underling, kind of like a Kazi to Eleanor's Maya. I don't know. Like, I think he's aware of certain things going down. Like, he's not dumb. And like he's probably generally aware of stuff, right? But like, she is the one that's like legit, like top dog in that, and probably only answers to Kingpin. So yeah, I hope we get more info on that as well. But I think that's all I gotta say on this episode. I liked it a lot. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode down in the comments below. Were you as stoked to see Yelena? She didn't have any lines of dialogue, but I assume that will change. I mean, that might not have even been her. Like, they could have literally just like rotoscoped her face onto a stunt double's body. Like, because for the most part, it was just a stunt double doing everything in a mask. They didn't even need her to be there. They could have put her in some green screen and just messed up her hair and had her look serious. But yeah, let me know everything you thought of this episode in the comments below. I appreciate all your thoughts, and I appreciate your viewership as well. Last episode did pretty decent, so hopefully this one also does okay. If you liked my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It helps my channel out a lot. If you're new here, consider subscribing and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode, consider supporting me on Patreon. I post all my full uncut reactions over there. On Patreon, you can also become a super supporter and get featured in every single one of my videos. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.